What if I told you that this device is currently earning me and could be earning you just over $4 a day without the need to buy expensive GPUs or crypto mining rigs? Well, this little thing right here is a Hyfix station and it mines a cryptocurrency token called GEODNET. And with the right setup, it can earn you up to 24 tokens a day. At today's price, that would be around $4.53 or just under $140 a month. But here's where it gets wild, because at the all-time high of the GEODNET token a couple months back, just in January, those 24 tokens you're mining daily would be valued just under $9, bringing your passive income from this device from $140 a month all the way up to $270 a month. And that's for a device that costs just above $700 shipped. This means that with the current price of the token and the current earnings of the Hyfix station, you should be getting return on investment in about under 6 months. And if it goes back to 37 cents, its all-time high, that would be cut down to under 3 months. I started mining with this one just above 100 days ago, and yes, the rewards are real. This isn't something that's waiting to launch. It's paying me daily right now. So, would that be interesting to you? If you're thinking, hell yeah, well that's great, because in today's video, I'm going to break down its earnings. I'll also be sharing some tips and tricks to make sure that you maximize your own token yields. And if you decide to grab one of these for yourself after watching the whole video, I'll leave a link down below that helps support the channel, and I'll also leave a discount code to save you a couple dollars. Hey, what's up peeps? It's your boy Marcel, aka Smokeyam. I hope you're doing well. I found it fitting today to put on my wrist the Moonswatch mission to Jupiter, because we're going to be talking about some space stuff. Some fun stuff.
Spooky stuff. Anal stuff.
And I'd like to let you know that before you totally jump into this video, this is a re-upload with modified math, because believe it or not, when you're running over 50 different cryptocurrency miners, you tend to forget if you have one or two or multiple of a single device, especially if they're not plugged in at the place you live. Might it be at a friend's house or a parent's house, etc. So this is the video with the updated math. I uploaded it last time with wrong math, but we fixed it. Before we dive into the earnings side of this video, I'd like to explain to you exactly why it is that the GEODNET GNSS station rewards you with tokens. GEODNET are building something called the decentralized GNSS reference network. I know that sounds super technical, but here's the simple version. GNSS stands for Global Navigation Satellite System. It's the big umbrella that includes GPS, Galileo, Beidou, and others. Basically, all the satellite systems that help with navigation, mapping, and timing. Now, your phone's GPS, well, it's decent, right? It's accurate to around 5 to 10 meters, and that's perfectly fine for just using navigation, Google Maps, Apple Maps, Waze, or whatever. But that 5 to 10 meter accuracy is not even close to good enough for stuff like self-driving cars, drones, or even precision farming. And that's a good thing, because that's where GEODNET comes in. They're using these Hyfix spatial intelligence stations, like the one I'm using right here, to collect high-precision satellite data from various locations around the world. This isn't just like a magic wand or some form of bat for a new sport. It's actually an antenna, and it plugs in to this device. When you plug one of these in and give it a clear view of the sky, it starts contributing to a massive... Maybe don't break the $700 miner, Smolden? Yeah, like... Let's start over again. When you plug one of these in and give it a clear view of the sky, it starts contributing to a massive global network that improves accuracy and reliability for industries that depend on sub-meter positioning. And when I mean sub-meter positioning, I mean between like 2 and 10 centimeters. Like 2 centimeters is not even this part of my finger, right? That's insanely precise. And here's the cool part. GEODNET doesn't use a central server farm. Instead, it uses the blockchain to reward people like you and me for contributing useful location data. Now, we'll talk about this a little bit later in the video when we get to the tips and tricks section, but the better placement you got for the antenna, the clearer the signal, the more GEOD tokens you'll get rewarded with. So to wrap up what this thing does, think of it a little bit like a mini weather station that's recording like rain, sun, clouds, and all that. But instead of doing that, you're helping build real infrastructure and you're getting paid for it. That's best of both worlds, honestly. Now, obviously, once you receive your Hyfix GEODNET station, you're gonna have to set it up. I'm not going to run you through that setup in today's video, simply because GEODNET already did an amazing job of doing a 15-minute long video that runs you through the full setup, and I don't necessarily think I can do better than they did, so I'll just have a link to that tutorial down below. The whole process though should take you between 30 minutes to maybe an hour and a half, depending on where it is you're going to place the antenna. Once you've completed the full setup though, and you made sure that it's up and running, it's pretty much a hands-off process. You get access to a browser backend in which you can simply log into and monitor how your miner is doing. You can even set up like email notifications like the one I got when I unplugged this one to start recording. And during this setup, don't forget to add either a decentralized wallet such as MetaMask to receive your tokens, or you could mine straight to an exchange like I do, and then you can swap those tokens daily either for other cryptocurrencies like ETH, Bitcoin, Solana, etc., or you can sell them for dollars and send them straight to your bank account. Personally, the exchange to which I decided to send those daily rewards to was MEXC, and if you'd like to do that as well, I'll have a link to that below. Okay, I'm cutting the video in half right here because you've watched up until here and I feel like I've got your attention. There's only one thing I'm going to ask you to do is consider subscribing to the channel if you feel like you're learning anything valuable from this video today, because it does help me out more than you know. Anyways, back to your normal scheduled program. When you initially receive your device, it's going to come in none other than this box that reads Hyfix Spatial Intelligence. But what's in the box?
What's in the box?
Well, mine's obviously going to be empty because I've already set it up, but you'll get this triple band GNSS receiver, which triple band is the upgraded one from dual band. So this one is the most up-to-date version that earns the most tokens daily. You'll also get this thing, which is none other than the survey grade triple band roof antenna. You'll get a 9-meter long cable to make sure that you can connect this thing to this thing pretty much through your roof, or like the highest up top you can on a pole maybe. You also get the Wi-Fi antenna that is already connected to it, as well as a USB-C power cable that'll plug in right there to power the device, and the mounting pole, which is none other than this big, long, hard metal screw. So yeah, that's it. Okay, I got too many cameras and monitors. I probably should not do that. I'm gonna break something again. So that's everything you get in the box. Now that we've covered that, let me explain why where you live and where you place this device is actually going to matter for your earnings. Your station actually is going to earn rewards based on the number of satellites it can see and the quality of the signal that it receives. GEODNET uses a metric called signal to noise, or SNR for short, to assess this. Only satellites with an SNR above 32 are considered. If your station detects 30 or more such satellites, you'll receive 100% of the potential rewards. Fewer satellites means reduced rewards, with none if fewer than 20 are detected. So a clear, unobstructed sky view significantly will boost your earnings. As you can see from this map, GEODNET divides the world into hexagonal zones. If you're the first to set up a high-performing station in one of these empty hexes, for instance, and keep a 98% uptime over 30 days, which just means that like the power doesn't cut off for more than 2% of those 30 days, you'll earn what's called a location NFT. These NFTs secure your position, ensuring that you'll receive full rewards even if others install a station nearby. Without one of these NFTs, a crowded hex like this one, where you can see there are already 3 in the same hex, will actually split the rewards between them. At the same time, even if they're in a different hex, stations that are less than 100 meters apart will share their rewards. If multiple stations are that close, let's say there were like 5 right here, only the first one that got set up gets the full rewards, and the others will receive nothing. So it's definitely worth it to take a look at this map either before ordering or before setting your device up, to know where you want to set it up, if it's going to be a good location, if you're going to split rewards with someone, or if you'll be able to grab one of those location NFTs. Rolling reward rate, this number right here where you can see 99.33%, is a measure of your station's performance over time. You can see 7 days, 14 days, 30 days, right? A high RRR indicates constant uptime and quality data, leading to higher rewards. Dropping below certain thresholds can reduce your earnings and affect your NFT status. But as you can see, even if this one's not exactly perfect, they're still going to earn 90% of the token earnings. You're also going to have these things called super hexes, as you can see right here, active super hex, where the multiplier for earnings are 4 times higher. Meaning instead of getting 24 tokens daily, you're going to get 4 times that, or 96 tokens per day, which equates to $18 every single day. Now, let's move on to some tips and tricks that you can put in place to significantly increase your earnings with GEODNET. The first one, I've kept repeating it through this entire video, is give a clear sky view to this antenna. This means do not put this inside, do not put this in your basement, or you're not going to earn very much. The best thing you can do is putting on your roof and keep a 10-degree angle where there's nothing like trees or power lines. Simply put, you don't want anything to be cutting off signal right here, right? This maximizes satellite visibility, which is essential for maximizing earnings. The second tip or trick is to maximize the elevation of this thing. If you're able to put it on your roof, or on like a pole on the roof, or like a huge 15-foot pole in your garden, that's gonna be best. A higher placement reduces the chances of potential obstructions and makes it easier to see all those satellites. Tip number 3 is maintain a perfect 90-degree angle to Earth. The antenna should be perfectly vertical, pointing straight up. Even a slight tilt could degrade signal quality and lower your earnings. Tip number 4 is going to keep the antenna away from electromagnetic fields. So avoid placing it near power lines, AC units, or other devices that emit these electromagnetic fields, because they can interfere with satellite reception signals. Tip number 5 is, if you're not a pro and you understand how these signals work, stick to what's provided in the box. I mean, don't go ahead and get splitters or aftermarket cables for the antenna if you don't know what you're doing, because these could also degrade signal quality, leading to lower earnings. Tip 6 is actually just like a bunch of small tips into one. I don't think they deserve their own point each. But remember, uptime with these is quite important. So you're going to want to make sure that you have a correct 5-volt, 2.5 amps USB to feed into here. They do give you the cable in the box, but they don't give you the plug. So that was power, but you're also going to have to feed this thing Wi-Fi. So make sure that you have a strong Wi-Fi signal, that the antenna is actually doing its thing. And if you can, if the Wi-Fi router is too far away, get a repeater. Once you've connected it to your network and everything run through the full setup, you'll actually be able to get the IP of the device. If you go to that IP, it will give you the SNR signal information. You're going to always want to aim for above 32 dBs of SNR. Lower values could indicate issues with placement or interference. Avoid frequently relocating it, like don't move it to a new place every 2 weeks, because that can disrupt the way that you're earning your rewards. And I think my last tip is going to be, don't forget to set up those email notifications like the one I showed you earlier, where if something's wrong with it, it'll shoot you an email and you can be like, oh, I gotta go check on it. Anyways, this thing has paid me every single day for a little over 100 days now, at a median price of around 28 cents, I believe, because the all-time high was back in January. So I've made my money back on it, right? It was $695 plus shipping, and I believe I've made a little over $800 back already, so the rest is just pure profit. Remember, you're just watching a guy on YouTube. None of this is financial advice, but it's passive income that's tied to real-world infrastructure, which I really like. Now, if you found any of this valuable, please consider subscribing to the channel. It helps me out more than you know. There's going to be links to everything down below. And if you'd like to learn how to get a free cryptocurrency airdrop, meaning free money in under 9 minutes, you could go ahead and watch this video on the Beamable Network airdrop. On that note, it was your boy Marcel, aka Smokeyam. I hope you guys have a good one, and I'll catch y'all in another one. Peace.